So there's this game that recently came out. It's called Satan. It's fucking amazing. I made a video on it. Shameless self-plug. But we are going to be watching Rev Plays Games. He's the guy on chat right now. He's the smooth southern voice that you hear in the background. Talk, Rev.
Hi, I'm Rev.
Look at you go. You're such a sweet guy. I love you, Rev. You're one of my favorite people. We're going to watch his newest video. I'm very excited to see this. Every time he drops a cool video, I have him on stream to watch it. I didn't have him on for the settlement thing, but we were both busy. You can't have him on every fucking week. He's got a life, I got a life, sort of. But here we go. We're going right into it. Let's skibbity toilet.
Follows our fearless heroine as she descends into the depths of hell itself on a mission to avenge her fallen loved ones, who were sent to an early grave by Satan and his horde of worshippers and demons. Speaking of the demonic hordes and worshippers, I have to commend GameFruit, the developer of Satan, on the care and detail that he put into the enemy NPCs. They are grotesque in a good way. From eyeball bats to very plump demon boys, every enemy has its own personality. I had the opportunity to speak with GameFruit prior to this video's release, and to say that I was blown away by the passion and hard work that he put in as a solo developer is an understatement. However, as awesome as the enemy designs are, they are still nasty, nasty demons. And in GameFruit's own words, a dead demon is a good demon. So they gotta go. I also want to say a big thanks to DOSman Games for gifting me a review key so that I could experience all that GameFruit has cooked up. As my journey through the game began, I was immediately drawn in.
Dude, here's the thing too. I was gonna try to reach out to this developer, and it's the one DOSman video that I've made where I did not reach out to the developer. I didn't have a lot of time though, so that was kind of
He's a really cool guy to talk to. I had to Discord chat him. He's from the Czech Republic, so I wasn't able to speak one-on-one with him, like over chat, over
voice call.
He wasn't. He's not comfortable with his spoken English.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, that would have been my problem if I tried to call him. I'm a very call-heavy guy. I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm fucking terrible on chat. I like sometimes pay attention to what's going on, but I was going to reach out to him and I just didn't because when I heard they were dropping the game, I talked to DOSman and he was like, dude, he's like, if you want to play it, yeah, I got a key for you. I got a key. And I had 4 days until the game went live. And by the way, fuck Discord, right? Fuck Discord. It didn't show any footage, right? It doesn't show any footage of what I was doing, but it told people what I was playing.
Yep.
Which is fucked, dude. Because I use YouTube to capture footage, right? I'm retarded when it comes to internet stuff. I am the dumbest of the dumb. I'm over here milking my own nipples while trying to play this fucking game, right? And here I am just putting it to private. It's going private on YouTube. I'm going to download it and I'm going to cut it all up, do my thing. And all of a sudden I get a message with Rev, how's the Satan footage going? And I have a fucking heart attack. I have an absolute fucking heart attack. I'm checking my YouTube, making sure it's not up on my channel. I'm like, oh, it's not on my channel. I'm like, how did you fucking know, Rev? He's like, oh, Discord told me. It was fucking terrifying, dude.
I felt so bad.
Dude, I came off real hostile against you, and that wasn't on purpose.
I was like, I didn't mean it. Forgive me, Jiffy.
Scared the fuck out of me, dude. I had like my heart like did that thing, you know, where it's not like skipping a beat, but it like powers through a beat.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I literally thought that I broke the embargo on this game, and I didn't. I didn't break the embargo, but fuck you, Rev, for making me think so. I don't know how to turn that off where people can't see what I'm playing.
I'm just never gonna ask anymore.
Well, no, I just don't know how to turn that off. I'll have to figure that out in Discord because that was fucked. Like, I mean, it doesn't tell anybody anything other than I'm playing the game, but fuck, dude. But yeah, you know, it's cool that you reach out to him. I mean, he has a YouTube channel too. He has a YouTube channel where he's talked about his different things that he put in and what his stuff he's taken out. I listened to some of that. I didn't put any of it in the video because it was like older and it feels like he had like a cutoff before he cut off his content production on it when he moved over and started working with DOSman Games and started just advertising it more instead of doing dev diaries.
Yeah, I have subscribed to his channel, but I haven't watched a lot of it yet. I stuttered so bad right there. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you're just fucking.
My brain fried.
God told you play this game and now God hates you. Which is funny because Reverend, you know what's funny about this? Reverend, the cross is upside down, and then Satan, the cross
right
is
up.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. Such a weird fucking. I don't know. I love both games though. I think they're both good in completely different reasons. I mean, like Reverend's more like tongue-in-cheek postal edgy boy, and this one was more. This one would have been closer to something like Blood.
Mm-hmm. And by how immersive it was for me. As a reverend, I too was trained to shiv everyone that doesn't agree with me with a sharpened crucifix, which I immediately put into practice when Satan's followers accosted me, which of course I didn't agree with, so I poked them. My holy shiv and I would continue through the level, compelling Satanists to get out of my way and giving them involuntary piercing should they not heed my commands. I also took the time to give my thoughts on the, artwork. That's rude. Who would do that to white Jesus? And
Who would do that to white Jesus? I understand it being brown Jesus, but white Jesus, come on. Come on now, son. What you doing to white Jesus? That boy did nothing wrong.
That I said that and then cracked up afterwards. It's like, why did I say that? Yeah.
God damn it. The real Jesus being brown and shit. I don't believe that. I believe in the Mormon Jesus who came to America.
Admired how strong the stained glass seemed to be. Never in a million years would you find me hitting a stained glass window like this. Those things cost way too much. Honestly, I had way too much.
Dude, yeah, these stained glass windows are insanely expensive, bro. Like, insanely expensive. Like, I would not fuck with those. Like, we have we sell like shitty ones at my store, dude. It's just like a touristy bullshit, and they're fucking way more expensive than they should be. And I think they're made out of like cum and sadness, probably by some like children that are like locked in a basement somewhere. And
That's how I make most of my videos.
Yeah, I figured you are a child locked in a basement, pretending to be a reverend. So you're like, I'm a reverend, I have a flock, and your flock is literally the rats that run along the wires.
I'm like a very sad Cinderella.
Today we are going to talk about the Book of Job, and the rats are just like eating your toes.
Got this long scraggly beard, my hair is all messed, you know.
You look like the fucking guy from Catch Me If You Can, but in the book.
Yes.
Like the book iteration, the grosser version.
Yep.
You're fucking looking like Griffith when they find him in Berserk, bro.
Oh no. Fun poking people with the holy shiv, and I made sure that this guy knew it. Get God. You're not gonna get me. I'm trained in the art of crucifix warfare. However, I soon began to realize that it was starting to feel a little unfair. Oh, there's two gunmen. Hang on. I feel a little...
Dude, how did you not find the pistol early on in the game, buddy? You know you have but you haven't used it yet. You just keep getting killed with the crucifix. You just keep crucifixing everybody.
I was having fun, Jiffy.
Well, I agree with the ability to have fun. That's understandable. But yeah, as soon as you said unfair, I'm like, bro, you have a pistol. I'm getting flashbacks to Reverend all over again, you fucking troll. Dude, I'll have all the tools necessary and you just avoid them to go with the most the unusable thing. The thing that's like meant to just be fun for like the first 5 minutes, and then you're like, all right, I'm going on to the real stuff. You're like, nah, give me the hardest way possible.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the next cut is me getting the pistol.
There we go. Finally, dude, you get the pistol way before any of this shit. You just went the wrong direction. There's two ways to go. There's the way to go to the... I actually have footage where I go to the right way every time. I open the door, see a lot of bad guys. I'm like, I'm going to go a different way.
I ran right into him with a crucifix.
I see that. You were just such an interesting gamer, dude. Every time I just am baffled. I'm baffled, and I'm fucking half retarded when it comes to this shit, dude.
I like to make things more difficult, arbitrarily more difficult to myself.
Dude, I could tell. I can tell. You should never play a game like Ninja Gaiden. I just feel like that is not up your alley.
Where'd Rev go? He's been trying to beat Ninja Gaiden for the past 3 years.
Your channel's just about beating each individual enemy.
Yeah, like a 20-minute video on each.
This is how you swing the sword.
Ain't fair. But as luck would have it, I soon found something that would equalize the playing field. Ooh. Ooh!
It's not even the first place you can find the pistols, bro.
Well,
That's like so late. I remember finding those. I'm like, Jesus, I played like half the first mission already. So in that opening room you start in, if you go downstairs and then up the stairs, to the right, there's a door that leads you to pistols. Third room.
well,
Third room in progression. You're halfway through the fucking... Why? Why do you do this to yourself every time?
At this point, Jiffy, you might as well expect it.
I honestly, when I talked to you about this, I was like, he found most of the guns this time. Look at fucking Rev go. And now I feel like you're going to miss so many guns in this. Did you find the cat? We'll get to it. If you didn't find the cat and give it to the cultist to get the machine gun, I'm going to be really mad at you.
Guess we'll have to wait and see. Akimbo pistols. Let me tell you, these bad boys made me feel like some sort of Reverendly John Wick, popping Satanists and demons like the priestly Baba Yaga I was born to be. In all seriousness, though, the pistols felt quite balanced. Sure, they were outshined by a few of the other weapons, which I will talk about later on, but to me they never really felt weak. Quite frankly, I used the pistols a lot more than I expected, because I like the feel of them. That, and who doesn't want to run around with akimbo pistols? To that I will say that the weapons in Satan are great. They look really good. And I really did feel powerful running around with all manner of high-velocity exorcism machines. As my journey continued, I would soon try out my new pistols on an enemy that kind of reminded me of a enemy from another horror movie. Editor Rev, yeah? Show them what I'm talking about. You got it, boss. If you too find yourself playing...
Dude, that movie... I was so into The Village, bro. So fucking into The Village. I remember liking The Village all the way up until you find out they're fucking Amish.
Yep.
I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen. And you know M. Night Shyamalan was getting to the end and he was just stroking himself. He's like, the twist, the twist, the twist, the twist. And then the next movie...
was twisting.
What?
He was twisting something.
Oh, yeah, he was twisting his fucking dick as hard as he possibly could, and that's exactly what happened with the ending of The fucking Village. And it sucks because everybody's, like, pulling the fucking stops out in that movie. The movie's great, and then it's like, we're Amish. What? Literally, somebody's dying, and they send the fucking blind chick out to get the medicine. Stupid. So dumb. It was so cool, and then I can buy in signs that water's the bad thing, even though the aliens were dumb for invading a place 70% covered in the thing that kills them. I can buy it, whatever. But you're gonna tell me that they're just letting people die and not getting medicine? Stupid. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the Amish will fucking get real medicine. What are you doing? What are you doing over here, guys? And then he made the movie Lady in the Water and literally called himself the prophet. I'm like, fuck off, M. Night Shyamalan, you idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
cringe.
you fucking cringe clown. I'm like, you peaked with your third movie, The Signs, and it's just been downhill ever since. I watched that trap movie he did. Fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
Signs traumatized me as a kid.
Dude, the scene where they're using the knife as a reflection and the hands comes out of the door? Fucking terrifying.
That's the scene I was thinking about.
Dude, fucking terrifying. Well, that movie has a lot good going for it, but the ending is a little cringe. But Mel Gibson, dude, killed it in that movie. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix was so good. Dude, even the kid actors weren't bad in that movie. Everything was really good in that film.
Great movie.
And Scary Movie 3 coming after it, just like parodying it, so funny.
Mm-hmm. Playing Satan. Be on the lookout, because there are quite a few secrets that you can find. Secret doors included. I need one of these for my office. The wall, not the shiv cross. Scary Movie 3 and the a secret
Oh.
door. Let me use my good hand. My
Yeah.
strong hand.
No, that's Scary Movie 2. Scary Movie 3 is the one with
Okay.
Charlie Sheen. And it's basically it makes fun of Signs and 8 Mile and The Ring.
Okay.
And War of the Worlds was Scary Movie 4, I think. Yeah, that one sucked.
Boss Man. Though I'm not going to tell you where that little fella is. Guess you'll just have to explore for yourself. Speaking of exploration, I really enjoyed the level.
Oh, dude, you didn't actually show him where Doss Man was?
No.
Yeah, I thought I totally thought you were gonna clip it from my channel and then put it in there.
I was going to, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to download right, and I don't have OBS on my Surface.
You know what you can do? You can use the screen capture device while it's playing at 1080.
Well, now I know.
Yeah, dude. That's how that's why I stream everything, all my games, because I can capture it on 1080 using the mirror thing, and then I just crop it. So, the more you know.
Design in Satan. It was quite a journey going from ransacked and ruined cathedrals to hopping along the sides of buildings in the city map. I will say, however, I would have liked to have seen a level select. One, because it helps my scripts instead of them devolving into ADHD-fueled chaos. And the second reason I would have appreciated a level select is because, as seen in my Reverend review, I am notorious for missing weapons in games, and I can neither confirm nor deny that it happened again. I'll be the first to admit that I don't know what it takes to add a level select, but at this point I'm trying very hard to find something to critique because it's a great game. One of the things that makes this game great is the plentiful boss fights that I was able to experience. Like, the first boss fight in the game is a scuffle in the sanctuary, complete with a raucous electric guitar concert that would have made any old church lady clutch their pearls. Also, this guitarist was surprisingly tough and had an ample amount of companions willing to turn me into a Swiss cheese preacher. In other words, I restarted a lot. Ow. You know what though? I still thoroughly enjoyed this boss fight, I promise. This would make church service suck. I don't know how I'd preach over this. You know, honestly, this is an accurate representation of when you tell people that they're supposed to love the people they want to hate. My eventual victory would reward me with a path forward, where I would immediately fall into what I assume is the grimy catacombs beneath the cathedral. Conveniently, I would land in front of a priestly pal of mine, who swiftly granted me his standard issue pastoral Kevlar, and this made me effectively bulletproof, unlike the many outrageous claims that Kenneth Copeland makes. Look, by now, you might as well expect that Kenneth Copeland is getting roasted at some point in a Rev Plays Games review. He makes my life incredibly difficult. Back to the other...
the straight vitriol for Kenneth Copeland, bro. I love it. I love it, dude. Fuck Kenneth Copeland, dude. That dude should pound so much sand up his ass, and then his private jet should just like get peed in, so it never flies again. What? I don't want him to see like actual harm as a person, but I do want everything to go wrong in his life. I think that's.
I hope both sides of his pillow are always warm.
Oh, dude. I hope that every time when he's sleeping, the ceiling jerks off on him. That's what I hope, dude.
I hope his socks are always wet.
Dude, I hope they're filled with semen.
So I'm even better.
Yeah, dude, I'm one-upping you.
Demons in this video. The Catacombs section introduced multiple interesting demon NPCs into the mix. There were some creepy crawly spider skulls that shivered my Reverend timbers. A+ for freaking creativity. Those things are horrifying. It's straight on my nightmares. And some stomach-churning hefty boys. Excuse me. But there were two enemies in particular that terrified me the most. The NPC that, when created, Game Fruit said, let's take the most horrible-looking spider known to man and double it in size. Oh, Big Daddy! And even more terrifying, my greatest enemy throughout the entire playthrough, my aim.
You're alive! And you're a horrible shot.
It's quite sad, really. As I
Dude, come on, bro. That's such a good cut, dude. I love that cut. You just always pull out the niche movies that I forget about, dude. I love it. I fucking love it.
Littered the walls with bullet holes, and occasionally even the reference. I thought about that immediately.
Dude, you always hit references that are just so good, that are so obvious, that I always forget about. That's why it's just like I pull something every time, dude. Dude, your fucking top tier content is just sickening sometimes, because I feel like I do a good video and then you come in with like way better jokes, and all I am is a cum guzzler, and I want to be more, but not really. I enjoy my little fucking space on the internet. But this deserves so much love. Everybody in chat who's watched this so far, go to Rev's channel and like this video right now. Fucking right now. Or I will be outside your window just licking the window slowly.
He's threatened to start an OnlyFans before.
Yeah, dude, it could happen, bro. I'm like Jabba the Hutt, bro. It would be like gross.
Enemies. My journey through the dark underbelly of the cathedral would lead me to a really interesting looking fortress section, almost like a secret Satanist stronghold, with an interesting enemy that shot a mysterious white liquid out of a suspicious part of its body. Anyway, I gave it a name. No, it's the Jizz Reaper.
It's the Jizz Reaper. I love it, dude. I fucking love the Jizz Reaper. Yeah, you haven't really talked about the shotgun. I mean, I'm waiting for you to get to the shotgun. See what your thoughts are. Yeah, I'm very interested because I had mixed reviews on the shotgun. That was something I wasn't in love with.
Thoroughly escaping a sticky situation, my journey continued on toward the next big boss. Along the way, I got harassed by demonic mouseketeers. Ah! Oh, no, Mickey, no! Got munched on by some Wallussies, and did a puzzle.
Dude, Wallussies. Those were some of my favorite level designed things I'd ever seen. The munching walls.
Yeah, me too. I thought they're really cool.
So inventive. So fucking inventive. I actually tested because you said you had a problem with the quick saves. I tested the quick saves here and just picked like every one to make sure that so I could test the quick save function, and that's in my video because obviously it's the fucking GOAT. I think everybody knows it's the GOAT, but I tried every single one, and I even made a joke about the skulls in front of the cat and choosing it and killing me in my video. But I also wanted to test the save function, and I had no problems, which was nice.
Finally, I would confront the next big boss, and boy, was he an ugly son of a gun. He had a big old mouth where his stomach should be, which to be fair is a really cool design by Game Fruit. The boss fight was a lot of fun, and it required me to run from Mr. Mouth McGee there and dodge his plump posse of minions in the process. It actually started to feel really familiar. I have found myself in Orion's buffet. Once I had sent the big fella to his eternal nap time, I took off toward the next part of the journey, which we will get to after this brief message. Are you having trouble with the hellish hordes of the underworld? Are you finding those pesky demons in every nook and cranny of your house? Would you like to send these devilish boogers back to where they came from? Then call the Akimbo Preacher. So scuffed for that.
Dude, it doesn't sound bad. It really doesn't sound that bad. Until you said something I wasn't even worried about. I was thinking about how much fucking annoying this animation was. Not that it's annoying in the video how doing it is, because I've done animations like this and they're annoying, but they're like fun at the same time, and you're like feeling so creative at the time, and you're like, oh yeah,
blast.
But
this
you're
by far took the longest.
Oh yeah, dude, I told you about the fucking video that fucking flopped harder than ever, and it doesn't matter. I had fun with it. My Poor Things review. I spent like 2 hours on that edit, and I fucking was so proud of myself, and it's only like a minute of the video.
Well, my favorite part of the edit's coming up, because I took a book out of the Scooby-Doo, or a play out of the Scooby-Doo playbook.
Oh, dude, I'm excited.
This pistol-packing holy man is rated #1 in supernatural pest control, and you best believe that when the demons see him coming, they're gonna tuck their funny-looking tails between their legs and run screaming back to the pits of hell itself. And if they don't, well, the Akimbo Preacher will remove them with .45 calibers of pure exorcism power. Don't wait until the hordes are flooding out the doors to do something about it. Call 1-800-BYE-BYE-SATAN and take back your home today. Note: the Akimbo Preacher does not cover any damages to property or pets that is caused by his awesome demon-fighting skills. Call now for a steep discount to a price of 1 like and 1 subscribe to Rev Plays Games.
Yeah, I love that you use the Postal Preacher. Because I need to add him more in my videos too, because I worked so fucking hard on that PNG. I worked my fucking ass off to create that. I just sent it to you. I don't know if I told you about the process of making it, but it was a long process to make it look like it worked. Fucking proud of that. So thank you for putting it in your video. I appreciate it. I love that. I love that little picture. I didn't draw any of it, but fucking Photoshop goes hard, right?
It sure does. Really, go ahead and subscribe. It's gonna be a mainstay on my channel.
Dude, good, dude. I sent it to 2 people once I made it, right? I sent it to you and India Meal, because I figured India Meal would really like it, and I knew you would like it because it's fucking.
I also just like playing with PNGs in my videos.
yeah, and it's also just like it's a fucking preacher with the postal face with guns. I knew you were going to like it, But yeah, dude, I fucking worked. That thing took me like 2 hours to make. And I don't. It was one of those things that, you know, sometimes the thumbnail will be real quick, easy. You'll just fucking have an idea, do it, perfect, done, send it. That one I had an idea and there was nothing I could do to make it work, and I had to build that to build my thumbnail. And fuck, was that hard, dude? God damn. I know I'm on a tangent, but Jesus.
That's okay.
It's okay. You're good, Jay. Calm down, Jiffy. Calm down. I know you're having flashbacks. Vietnam, Vietnam.
Oh boy.
The tree's talking. The tree's talking.
If I had to choose my favorite map, it probably would have been the
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Turn the freaking frogs, gay. I'm gonna take your leftist ass my corn on the cob. I'll eat you.
Oh no. The streets level. I really enjoyed hopping along the edges of the buildings, getting jump scared by the motorcycle Satanist. Whoa! I'm a pedestrian. Oh, and by the time I had gotten to this level, I had acquired a Tommy gun and would get my hands on the shotgun as well. The Tommy gun was a mainstay for me, as the magazine capacity made it easier for me to mow down the big enemies, and the shotgun was decently powerful, although I probably would have preferred that both barrels fire at the same time for double damage. However,
that's exactly was my problem, because the reload between them is you forget that it doesn't auto reload. Anytime you play a game with the double barrel shotgun, you just kind of have the doom thought that you shoot, it loads, and then you shoot again.
Yeah, and it just like it shoots, you know, out of both barrels and decimates whatever's in front of it, and then you reload for a second, do it again. Yeah, that's where I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought that the animation.
Not that it wasn't powerful, but I just feel like it wasn't. Yeah.
The
I
power.
feel like it should have just either. Let me. I think it would have been fine if it had been like a rapid fire as well. You know, the pop sort of thing. I could have lived with that, but I think even then there was a reload in between, or like a decent amount of time in between each shot. But either that or just like we had talked about, almost like the Doom shotgun.
Yeah, no, I was 100% on the same thing, because you shoot the first one and then you shoot the second. You hit the reload button and it takes forever to reload it, which isn't forever, but in a game when you're used to a different style of shotgun, you're wanting it to just like fucking do the thing. I mean, I'm even moving my camera up so because the thing that sucks is this is one of the coolest looking shotguns I've seen in a game in a long time. Oh yeah, it's very well designed.
Yeah. Oh, the weapon sprites are great.
So good. This has some of the best weapon sprites I've played in a DOSman game for sure. And like even the other DOSman games have some really cool weapon sprites. This is up there in the top, at least top like 5 weapon sprites. It just didn't function the way I would like it to have functioned. And I know why they didn't do like a regular Doom style, because I think it would have stun locked the enemies. But
yeah.
At the same time, it should be cooking through the enemies a little faster, so a stun lock shouldn't be the real worry.
Well, especially, I don't know. I feel like because the Tommy gun stun locked, right?
Yeah, but I actually liked how they mitigated that. So I've noticed that easy FPS games, you can stun lock people really fucking easy. You can just lock them in place. And I like that they have mitigated that in some of these newer easy FPS games where they're adding in a reload and a mag capacity. I just think with the shotgun, you should just have, here's the ammo, and inside the fire animation, you fire, it drops the shotgun, you throw the shells in, pop it up, you fire the next one. Just make that animation a bit longer, because I think you can have like 6 frames, and each one could be a different animation. I think that they should do that for the shotgun, because it just makes it feel, it's not that the shotgun's underpowered, it's just the animation makes it feel underpowered, which makes it a letdown.
Yeah, and see, I didn't know about like how many frames you had to do that. I need to study in on that, especially if I want to review games like this and out of the easy FPS. Making that, knowing that how much goes into that will help me. I think just talking with you about that.
And the reason I've gotten into it is because I've gotten like insanely autistic about easy FPS editor, because if I'm gonna make a video game, it's probably gonna be using this one day. It just seems so cool and so approachable. And it's like, dude, you know how many fucking dildos I could have a guy fling at me? It would be
And
Epic.
then you're gonna let your buddy Rev review the game.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I'm not doing that for a long time until I get a good, better PC and I get some like good growth here on YouTube. Once I'm like a fucking smaggle baggle on YouTube, dude, I'm gonna be fucking doing other shit like this because it'll open these opportunities.
You've gone up a couple, 3 or 4 subs since we've been sitting here.
Really, have I?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Thank you guys for subscribing. I mean, I really appreciate everybody for watching. I mean, definitely go to Rev's channel and subscribe to him. Rev Plays Games, dude. Go find Rev Plays Games. This dude puts out quality fucking content. I have a lot of slop content, which I actually think my opinions are sometimes funny, and I post those all the time. Rev only posts quality content as of right now. I mean, one day maybe he'll slop it up too, but I don't see him being the fucking commentary Tuesday guy. I don't see him doing that.
No, probably not.
but that was my one gripe in the whole game with every weapon is the shotgun was underpowered. And it was its functionality that made it underpowered.
Yeah. After saving a helpless
Oh, you did find a Rev. Oh my god, I clicked the thing into the 1 second and I forgot to tell you I hit play. But you found the cat, dude. I'm so proud of you. This makes up for a lot of shit. This makes up for a lot of your not finding weapons in FPS games. Is you finding the cat? Dude.
I've already thought about merch. I was thinking about this when I get big enough, to have merch and do all that. And one of my first T-shirts or a cup or whatever is going to be there's a machine gun.
There's a machine gun. Dude, I have a shirt that says I don't have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Oh, that's fantastic. Feline, I would soon receive the coolest looking minigun I have ever seen. This thing rocked. Luckily for me, I got to try it out soon after on an unfortunate mini boss. It's a lot easier when you have a frickin' minigun. I would eventually get my hands on a few other weapons, my favorite being the cross that shot magical cross projectiles at the demons that nearly one-shot most of them, as it should. My journey would take me through a few other boss fights as well, which were all interesting in their own way. The boss fight against Upside Down Jesus was a little weird for me for obvious reasons, and the boss fight against this big guy took a while, but it was...
I like how calm you were about that. We've talked in the background about how like that was a tough one for you.
Yeah.
Because anybody who doesn't know, and I think Rev is an actual Reverend. So that imagery is tough for his line of work. And I'm sure he had some because even just shooting it is bad. It's bad.
It was an uncomfortable level for me, but I understood it. It's part of the design.
Dude, it's one of those edgy Kino moments, bro. It's one of those edgy Kino moments. And
Game Fruit and I talked about it a little bit. And he chose it because religion can be so controversial. And I was like, well, there it is.
Yeah, so he must be pretty religious.
Yeah, I think so. We never really got into that, but he did say that was something he wanted out of his game was who is the most evil person or what is the ultimate evil you can think of, and for him he went straight to Satan, all of that, that religion, the religious part of that.
Well, and here's
demons and all that.
Here's the thing too, the religion is used a lot, right? I mean, fucking Doom, space demons, but religion is used a lot. It just is. It's used in a lot of media. But I felt like, and I'm not even religious. We know this about me. But the fact that he knew the demons' names well enough to name them all actually after demons, that's a step a lot of people wouldn't take. A lot of the imagery feels very, very hard. It's like metal, but it's also just it hits a little different because it feels more like there's something behind it, And I think that's what makes it so cool. It's playing with something he knows. It seems like he knows pretty personally, but also in an unabashed way. But it doesn't ever feel to me. It never felt like anti-religion.
No, and I didn't think with the upside down Jesus level, it never felt as though it was being, mean. It was more of an artistic choice in that. I was like, cool. I can live with that.
That's what I thought too. Yeah. And I mean, dude, I'm betting money that sold games for him. 100%. I wanted to put that on my thumbnail, but I couldn't figure out how. But it's like, I knew that I would get a click on the thumbnail. It's just such a good fucking design for a boss in terms of intrigue. Because you don't see it. You don't see it. And I like when people push the lines. I know that it's like pushing the lines in a tasteful way while having an understanding of the stuff you're doing, because it always seems more offensive when you don't have an understanding, or it's almost feels tasteless, not offensive, tasteless. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you're not using tasteless shit to be funny, because like putting something crude like that in a Postal game, it's like, it's a little tasteless, but this is Postal, so it's kind of funny. You put it in a game like this, it's like edgy and hard metal, and you're like, but you feel like there's a little bit more depth to this and intrigue, and so you start actually paying attention, and you're like, wow, dude, he actually knew all the names of the demons. I didn't even fucking know that. It seems like there was like actual work done behind the scenes on this story-wise, which is crazy, because it's not like it's not the deepest story, but there's a story there, and there's intrigue there, and I feel like a lot of it ties back to biblical shit that I don't know anything about. Rev, I teed it up for you. Biblical shit that I don't know anything about.
No, I was putting together my words. No, I was gonna, yeah. I enjoyed a lot of the references that he made. I mean, I don't necessarily know all the demon names either. They don't. There's not a class on that in the seminary, right?
There's not like a poster with the names on them, and then just like shittily Mitt Romney looking motherfuckers up there, and you're like, this is who you need to watch out for, because this is Beelzebub. Beelzebub.
Yeah.
All right, class, stand up and throw darts.
There's actually like an FBI's most wanted like screen that sits in the middle of the seminary, and it's got them all on there.
You got the kids in there like, listen, this is Bible class. This is Sunday school. You gotta watch out for these guys. We got Beelzebub here. He's the Lord of the Flies.
Just holding up the freaking placards that you see in like the mug shots.
yeah. And each one, it doesn't change the picture. It's just all Mitt Romney.
It's just Mitt Romney.
And what's that preacher's
different
name?
Demon names.
What's that preacher's name? That you hate?
Oh, Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah, there's like half of them are Mitt Romney and the other half are Kenneth Copeland, and that's your
group.
I know, dude. The worst, dude. You got the worst Mormon and the worst Christian.
Well, that's a stretch, but sure.
Whatever he is, dude. Whatever he is.
Snake,
exactly. Snake.
It was quite fun. Eventually, I would take on the big boss.
Get me started,
Bro just goes on a fucking anti-Kenneth Copeland rant right in the middle of this. He's like, fucking Kenneth Copeland.
I checked my email, got a cease and desist order from him.
I'll say, dude, Kenneth Copeland, you little dick having piece of shit motherfucker, dude. I hope that every day you wake up and just a big fat ugly man and woman bend over and shit on you, because that's what you do on everybody else, is shit on them with your stupid ass rhetoric. Fuck you, Kenneth Copeland, you big ass pussy bitch motherfucker.
There you go.
I'm gonna come in there, I'm gonna slap my titties against your face and say, you a bitch, Kenneth Copeland. Get your old ass up, dude. We can go to the gym. I'm gonna fucking Muhammad Ali your ass real quick, bitch.
And then he's gonna start an OnlyFans.
And then I'm gonna start an OnlyFans. The whole OnlyFans is just me fucking with Kenneth Copeland. Dude, I in that moment I felt like the Key and Peele sketch.
That was fantastic.
I'm gonna hit play.
5, the hellish hordes, Satan. And if I could be candid, this boss fight was cool, but it made me want to swan dive into a pool full of cinder blocks, mainly because my uncoordinated self couldn't stay on top of any of the platforms. My only consolation was that I got to mow down the King of Hell with a freaking minigun. Admittedly, I could talk for hours on end about the game, but I also don't want to spoil everything for you. Talking with Gamefruit, he told me about the many hours that it took to animate the NPCs and the weapons, and how much effort effort it took to get this game to the point where it is now. If a Satan-slaying boomer shooter is right up your alley, then I would definitely recommend that you play Satan. You can purchase it right now on Steam for $2.99 USD, or you could purchase the entire DOS Man Collection Bundle for $13.45 USD, which includes Satan as well as Reverend. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing Satan, and I would like to commend GameFruit for his hard work and dedication to creating such an enjoyable gaming experience. And I would also like to share, straight from DOS Man himself, that if you would like to see a Satan sequel, say that 3 times fast, be sure to shout at GameFruit, and DOS Man will force him to make it. If you enjoyed the video, please...
DOS Man will force him to make it.
Yep.
Dude, I would love to see a heaven version of this, where they go up into heaven and fight, like if demons break into heaven or something, or
Yeah,
like...
Absolutely.
And fight like kind of what Doom did. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't play the DLCs for Doom Eternal, but that's that would be a cool something, just like contrast this completely with brighter surroundings and more angelic surroundings. I think would be really cool, because like the vibes I got from this game, and I didn't realize it till I got the cross, was, you ever play Dante's Inferno?
No, but Snail and I talked about me doing that just as a passion video.
Dude,
I've read the story.
you know, it'd be so funny, dude. So the game has nothing to do with the story at all.
I know.
But you should utilize the story as like a compare and contrast, because honestly, I feel like the character in Dante's Inferno has a much more righteous, he's trying to save his family, right? From like damnation or something. He's trying to like, they've been like, I can't remember all the things that happened. I have to replay Dante's Inferno. But to contrast it with fucking, then let's go check it. Who wrote it? Dante, right? Or right? It was Dante Alighieri, yeah.
Yeah.
So Dante, then let's compare with what Dante Alighieri did in this point. Have you heard about the election? Do you know what's going on with the election in Florence?
No.
Dude, are you Oh, you're burning. You want to know about your son? But who's winning the election right now? Well, that's the real question. I know you're having trouble, bud. What about the election? Oh, yes, it is me, Dante Alighieri, the greatest of the great people. Bro had so much fucking ego. It was ridiculous, bro. What a fucking, like, I like Dante's Inferno, but God, does he get a little fucking pompous in his direction. It's somebody said it, I've seen it called one of the best biblical fan fictions of all time, which I think is hilarious, because dude, Dante's Inferno is just fucking every 5 minutes.
I'm gonna put it on my list to play. I'm gonna put that on my list.
It's a good game. It's
a growing list, but it's...
there is a section of the game that you will not be able to show here on YouTube.
Yeah.
There is this boss that literally throws babies out of her nipples with that have razor hands. It's a little bit of a tough boss fight to put in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Great boss fight,
I just
though.
edit every baby.
No, the babies aren't the edit, dude. It's the nipples. Can't
I
show.
just superimpose like a dress on her.
This is not what she'd wear to her Sunday bests.